We're going to make a wheat. This is one of those ancient wheats known as Khorasan, or as you can see here, Turanicum. So we're going to, first thing you can use chicken stock or water, and what I'm going to do first, since I had all this fresh thyme left over, and that's a nice bunch right there. That's like 3 or 4 packages of what you buy, those little plastic packages. And I'm going to boil this up with the bay leaves, and that's going to be my stock. And then I'll cook the grain, which is a nice size. It's a larger grain, and it has a nutty type buttery flavor. So I'm excited to see what it's going to taste like. But any grain that I cook, I enjoy. Going to dice everything up. I'm going to cook the grain just with the stock from this, and everything else you see, well, except the toasted almonds, that'll go in later. The garlic, the mushroom, celery, tomatoes, onions, peppers, carrots, I'll saute in another pan. When they're ready, then I will take the wheat, the grain, and mix it into that. So we should have a nice looking dish for a vegetarian dish also. Meat free, but not gluten free. What I'm also going to add to the rice is orange zest. So you peel the orange and you just julienne, very thin slivers, and I'm going to put that into the grain when it's cooked. I'm going to start cooking the grain, putting a little olive oil in there, just so the grains are coated for whatever reason. And I like this. I'm looking at this, and they're nice. It's a large grain, so hopefully, I've never seen this one before. When it's done, it should be even larger, which I can't wait until this is finished cooking. And then into that, I'm treating this like any other grain with the amount of liquid, but I'm going to go a little shy because I've never cooked this one before, and every grain takes a different amount of liquid. But I'm putting the zest in there. And then the herbs that I boiled. Well, that's nice. I just lost about that much. And like I said, I'm going shy a little bit. And if I need more, I have it. And in there, of course, I have to put some salt. We'll measure it. I'm using my salt and pepper mix. This is, or is that just, no, there's pepper in there also. But this is a nice, whatchamacallit, salt, sea salt. And you see the, I don't know if you can see brown specks in there, but it's not pure white. That means it hasn't been refined that much, so it's better for you. Now, nice slow fire, and I'm just gonna, as you see, low flame, cover it up, and meanwhile I will be sauteing the vegetables in another large pan. I'm using a large surface area to saute. Simpler. Put the oil, or you can use butter if you like flavor of butter. And we'll just go. Notice everything was diced up kind of small, so it's in similar size to the grain. You don't want to have big chunks of vegetables in with your main item, which is tiny. I'm going to make this a little bit al dente. Because when it's done, put some salt and pepper mix. When this is done, this kind of item, the way I'm making it, you can either eat it hot or cold. And if you eat it cold, you could spritz a little balsamic vinegar on it. It should make a nice little salad. And I like putting a lot of what you see in front of you, the vegetables. You want to cut back on the recipe, you can. You don't want to use the vegetables at all, you don't have to. If you want to change the herbs up that I'm using, go right ahead. And the only reason why I'm putting some toasted almonds that I have in the freezer is for a little crunchiness. But maybe the grain will be crunchy. But at any rate, just saute this to the point that you like it. You want to have color? Then don't add the tomatoes until the vegetables have color. I'm not looking for color. I just want to cook this. But there are people that like that flavor, which I do, but not this time. So hold out the tomatoes until you see a little color on the vegetables. And hold out the mushrooms too, because they give off water. And you can use your favorite mushroom, it doesn't matter. So that's that. No sense in wasting film on sauteing this. You just stop it when you want. Then while this was cooking, I went to the refrigerator to see if there's anything else that I should use. And I found something which I should always use. See, it's not as much now, it's shrinking. Some nice fresh parsley. I'm going to mince that up and toss that in later when it's done. Well, this is done. No moisture in there, very nice. That means whatever moisture was in there, since I had such a large service to cook in, evaporated, and that's what I'm looking for. So now I have to wait for the grain to finish cooking. Now what I'm liking about these grains, they're nice and large, and they have a little chew to them. So the ratio I have here of the grains to the vegetables is just right. And I can smell that little orange peel in there. Give it a mix and taste it. Now I'm going to put some sriracha hot chili sauce in there. And remember, I said you can use this for cold also, like a nice cold salad, because look, the good looks. Good looks. Finish it with the fresh parsley. That's not pretty, huh? That is pretty. Now give it a taste. I don't have to season it again at all. That worked out well. Let's look at it on a plate. It's very nice. It has a nice chew. And it doesn't have a earthy or funny flavor to it. It's pleasant. How's that? Pretty good. I hope you enjoy this recipe.